Guys, so I am going to do a twin flame reading. I have been getting a lot of messages in the form of regret, in the form of numbness. So I would like to pull some cards to see where the energies are. Okay, so let's pull a card for the Divine Masculine, see where he's at right now, and then one for, let's flip it. For the feminine, see where she's at, and one for the connection in general. So where is the connection right now? Wow. And on the bottom of the deck, can I just show you guys? So on the bottom of the deck, we have addicted, right? So overall energy of addictions, right? And we see here somebody, he looks like a male. He does have some kind of spines coming out of his back, but he also has a chain coming out of his neck, right? And I'm sorry about my nails, they're all chipped. So someone who possibly could be pulling themselves or being pulled by someone else, right? But at the same time, feeling like the stabs in the back, okay? So, like I said, someone who is chained, someone who, like I was saying before, in a very dark energy, very down, his head is down, so overall energy of addictions, okay? 11, the number 11, which is number 2, could be someone that is dealing with the connection with some type of addiction, right? Whether it's social media, whether it's alcohol, drugs, whether it's sex. Like I said, overall energy addiction. Okay, so let's talk about the card that came out for the Divine Masculine. We have here, it says colorless angel. Okay, we have a man with very long hair sitting by what it looks like a pond, because I believe those are bones of fish at the bottom. Okay, we have a horse that's charging in the back, and the wings appear to be bones. Okay, so this is someone, like I said, who feels very numb, who is just not wanting to deal with the reality of how things are right now. Okay, because again, we're sitting by a pond where the fish are dead, water are emotions. So someone who's looking back at their emotions and feeling dead. Okay, colorless angel. Okay, so seeing things in black and gray, not really seeing, like I said, what I'm getting is the feeling of someone who is very numb, right? Like numb. Someone who's feeling very down. Somebody that's, like I said before, I'm getting regretful. So regretful, okay? The energy of the Divine Feminine is this atonement, okay? So here we have a woman, right? Of course, it's going to be a woman. So we have Divine Masculine, a male. Then here we have a woman. It reminds me of the 10 of Swords, where obviously, yeah, we dealt with the betrayal, but you see how she's standing tall. She's standing very tall, turned her back to the connection. Here, her hand, we see that water is coming out of her hand, right? So this is someone who, because if we put them back to back, like right next to each other, right? We have someone here who's standing by this lake of emotions, and here she is just letting go of whatever emotions were in that pond, right? So we have someone that said, I feel like in a way, I'm getting someone that's saying, it is my fault. I let it continue this far. I should have known better. Why did I do this? So I'm getting a lot of that, but at the same time is like taking the burden from possibly this person in a way, right? So saying it's not just the divine masculine's fault. I should have known better, and it ended up in this, but I'm moving forward and I'm moving on, even though my emotions, they're still there. So there is lingering, right, emotions. I feel like for some of the divine feminines, it is very possible that you probably in the past weeks or months or whatever, after you said you were not gonna speak to this person again, you relapse, right? And then you found yourself in the same position that you were before. Okay, so, but again, this is someone that's saying, I'm taking the blame for it as well. Okay. Now, for the overall energy of the connection, I see here is this calling the storm. So basically, what I'm seeing here is that it's very possible if you guys are in separation mode, that something is going to happen again. If it did not happen again, because like I said, for some of you divine feminines, I see that you kind of went back. Where something is going to happen where the storm is calling, right? Sorry. I put this little light on the stand of the phone, so the videos are not that dark, but I'm not sure it's really working. Like I said, we have here, it says basically calling the storm. So calling the tower moment, right? And you're like, yeah, right. Who's actually wanting that? Well, a lot of people, right? Because towers bring revelations, right? Whether it's not for you, it could be the divine masculine needing to have this revelation where, you know, he's finally awakened, where he finally understand. Because I do feel that just like here, the person is numb, the person is aware, the person is not really truly happy, right? So this person is not genuinely happy. Okay, remember here, feeling like they're being pulled by a chain, right? So it could be them. It could be them, you know, asking for this revelation and the universe providing. So they could be manifesting to communicate with you, to see you again, to start it up all over again. So because this is what I'm getting here, okay? I'm getting here someone who's calling the storm, and we see the leaves falling. So definitely in the wintertime, okay? You see the background where all the leaves are falling, all the trees are dried up. So definitely in the winter season, very possible that a lot of you guys are going to be in contact, and not only in contact, but revelations will be there. Okay, let's pull some tarot. Universe, what can you tell us about this connection? What's going on with the divine? Now remember, energies are interchangeable. So just because I say divine masculine, it could be feminine, however it resonates. If it does resonate with you, please comment, like, share, subscribe. Let's see. Tell me about the divine masculine, please. What's happening with the connection? Okay. So we're going to take them as they fell. I don't know, how can I put the phone so that we can see the spread? We're just going to have to do it like this. Okay, so what do we have here? The first card, what's happening with the divine masculine. Here he shows up as the King of Cups, a man who is in love, right? But the first card is the Two of Pentacles in reverse, right? So the Two of Pentacles is someone who is no longer dealing with two things, right? You see how we have this obviously divine feminine, because the moon is right in the background, holding on to two clocks, right? So it could be the clock of a past life. It could be the clock of divine timing. It could be the here, the then, the now. So what we have here in reverse is someone who is no longer dealing with this divine feminine, who at one point, right, time was a factor. And I feel like a time is a factor regardless. But the first thing is like, look, and you see we have pumpkins and we have leaves falling. So most likely for some of you guys, this connection kind of ended, like literally stopped talking. Like it took a serious turn where I want to say it really, really stopped during the fall. It didn't necessarily this fall, but sometime during the fall time for some of you guys, okay? And we have someone here who basically said, I'm going towards the light. So you are in the dark. I need to follow this clock. I need to go on this timing, and I'm going towards the light. So he's aware of that, right? So it's kind of like someone that's saying, I didn't follow the timing. I didn't act when the time was right. I didn't make a move. So I didn't make a move when it was time for me to move. And therefore, I no longer have this. So I'm no longer juggling this person. So if you guys are dealing with someone that has a karmic, this is someone who is aware that timing was very critical for your connection and they didn't do something at a specific time, okay? But he is coming here, coming through as a very handsome, divine masculine, as a man in love, right? So he is talking about a man in love. I'm still a man in love. She runs through my veins. That light, right? We see the light. That light was running through my veins, okay? So even though I don't physically, right, timing, have her, she's the what runs through my veins, okay? Yep. All right. We also have the Ace of Swords in reverse, right? So let's flip the card. Ace of Swords talks about someone who wasn't thinking clearly, someone that had a lot of mental clutter, right? Someone who was very firm. So it was very possible that they did say some things to you that they said it without thinking. So it could be very possible that he hurt you with his words, if that makes sense. So very possible that something was said, or something, whether it was said or not said, it was very hurtful, if that resonates, okay? And this person is aware of that because it's in reverse, okay? So this is like, it's kind of like, I don't know what I was thinking. I should have never said that. I should have, and it has to do something with words, okay? Either not saying the words or saying something and being regretful. Again, the word regret, okay? So something that has to do with words. Like, I should have never done that. I should have never done that. And here you are again, you know, divine feminine, beautiful as you are, in reverse as the Queen of Wands, in reverse, right? So whether you are a mom, the representation of, I don't have this woman, this go-getter, this you know, what was the word? Fierce. That's what I'm trying to say. This fierce woman, this energy of, you know, just peace. I don't have this anymore. I can't believe I let this queen go, okay? I don't have her. And most likely it's because of something that was not said or something that was said and it was very, very hurtful. Okay, so like I said, this person is really manifesting for you to come back into their life. Let's get some more. What more can you tell me about this? connection. Crossing him. Crossing him as the star. So either you or them are an Aquarius. Let's see. So we have 5 cards. This is kind of crossing Aquarius. So we're going to put that like that. And these two. Oh my gosh. Guys, you see? So we have Pisces, we have fire, so we have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, we have Aquarius. Like I said, Pisces. So I said, tell me more about this connection. Here we have the Aquarius card. Okay, here we have wishes. We have someone who's setting boundaries. We have someone, again, you see how she's pouring the water, just like here, right? We're pouring the water into this pond. So you are, like I said, angelic, right? We see someone again with angels, butterfly. For some of you guys, something to do with butterflies or an angel or something of some sort with wings. But either way, picaflor, I forgot what you call them in English. Hummingbird, all right? If that resonates with anyone. But in general, what's crossing him is his wish, what he really wants or what she really wants, the person that they want to be with. So what's crossing them is that, right? And right next to it, right, as well as the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Cups, right? So what do we have here? Again, we have a woman here, right? 10 of Cups talks about someone, you know, like a family, right? So, and the 6 of Cups, someone from your past. So he's thinking a lot about the past. You see how here we have a woman who, no matter what, light is with her all the times. Okay, so light is with you all the time, but you were also alone. So he is aware that in the, you know, he must have left you alone, or kind of, I'm getting kind of like the sense of the Five of Pentacles where someone feels left out in the cold. But like in the past, it's like, I know that she was my happiness, she was my world, she was my love, but I still left her alone, even though she was my wish. Okay, and I want you to notice how the light is just following this divine feminine, right? So we have the light here, we have it here, we have it here, even here she's facing the light, right? Or everything else seems so dark, right? Here we have her so bright. So what's crossing him is knowing that the feelings were real towards you, and he was, or she was, they didn't do enough. Okay, so here they find themselves as the Hangman with the energy of waiting for this revelation. Like I said, guys, you see the Tower moment? And this is someone who, it kind of looks like, if we take a look, it kind of looks like a window, right? So this person is looking out the window, waiting for this tower to just break and bring a revelation. Okay, so they're in the energy of not only manifesting, but also, let me just wait, because I know, like I said, so something is gonna pop up, something is gonna happen. Okay, when it comes to love, like he is ready. Like, you see this is someone who is holding a flower, kind of like, I want to give you this flower, I want to give you this. Could be an apology for some of you guys. Okay, so someone who is waiting to apologize, but definitely calling the storm. Okay, let's see. What more can you tell us about this? Two of Swords. Okay. Oh my God. And how weird is this? And this came out in reverse. Okay. So we have here the Two of Swords. And it's a divine feminine, right? Holding onto a shell. And look at this. Look at the guy on the bottom in the water, right? And a clock. So again, a lot to do with the timing for you guys. All right. But here we have someone is in reverse. So it's kind of like, what I'm getting from this is, how many times does this divine feminine have to save this masculine? Right? How many times? How many times? That's what I'm getting. How many times? And then in reverse. So what I'm getting here is someone that's saying she doesn't want to save this anymore. She's done. Like, she's done. And again, he's, you know, right by his heart is the clock. In my heart, I know that she's no longer interested, because the Two of Swords is, you know, being at a crossroads, is basically saying, I have to make a move. But before I make this move, I really have to think, right? So look at her. She's really thinking, but it's in reverse. So this is someone who doesn't want to think anymore. This is someone who, the sun is coming down, right? We see the sunset coming down, and I already made up my mind. I'm holding onto this shell. I'm protecting my heart with this shell. I don't want to save him anymore, okay? This is what I'm getting from him. Let me see. Why is the Two of Swords there? Why is the Two of Swords in reverse? Why is the Two of Swords there? Okay. So we have, yeah, crossing, right? The Two of Swords is the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, divine feminine, okay? Divine feminine, right? Is that, can't really see. This little rose that he basically wants to give to her. Look, letting it fall. I really don't want to. This is someone that's like, no, And again, leaves are falling. Someone that's really holding themselves back, right? You see how she has her head down? This is someone who's really holding herself back from the connection and just saying nope. So that's what's crossing the Two of Swords. Then we also have the World in reverse, right? That talks about beginnings and endings, but it's in reverse. So this person is saying, you see the Moon in the back, divine feminine, I'm done. I'm done. And the Eight of Pentacles, right? And another angel. You see how many wings? Wings, wings, wings. So we have someone here that is like, how many verses do I have to read you to see if the story is going to change, right? How many times am I going to hear the same thing? How many times are we going to go through it? So this is someone who is tired of the same story, okay? Where the work was not put in when it was supposed to. And I'm just done. Like, you see how she has her arms up blocking her heart? I'm blocking. I am. So I feel like if he was to come to you, you are not going to receive it very well. Let's see, emotion-wise. Emotion-wise, you feel empowered. So you're not. It's gonna make you feel empowered. If this person wants to come back to you right now, you will feel empowered. Okay. Let me see. What can you tell me about this? Oh, we had here a hole in the soul. Okay, so basically, even though you could feel empowered because this person is coming back to you, the reason why this is happening, or the reason why you're being, and you see how this angel again, right, is holding this big sword. She's holding onto her heart is because you hurt me too much. She's bleeding from her heart. So you're gonna put up this front. This is what I'm getting. So this person is gonna come back to you, and you're gonna put up this wall. Like, you really don't want this person to come back, even though you do, but that's because they hurt you so much. So you are gonna be emotionally blocked to this person. Yes, you are. Let me see, what can I ask? Tell me about the divine feminine. Like I said, look. You are going to be, and even right now, you're coming off as someone who is very defensive. You are ready. Okay, we have here someone that's saying, I'm ready. You see, kind of looks like the same thing. They're holding on to this thing and they're waiting. So you are, if they were going to come to you, I feel like you're going to be emotionally blocked. At the same time, the Knight of Wands came through as a very fast energy, right? Where you feel like right now you're grounded, you're moving forward, you're moving towards the light, but you're still looking back. So I don't care what anybody says, even though we're moving forward and we're focusing on our own things, we still have the falls, the leaves falling, we're still following the light, but you're still looking back, okay? And you're still looking back because you love this person, okay? We have here the Page of Cups, where there's still love in the relationship, even though you were pretending that it's dead. We see a skull here, okay? We still want the Four of Wands with this person, okay? Okay, so here we have someone, again, staring at the light. And Four of Wands, right? 1111 card is still our soulmate. So even though, like I said, guys, what I'm getting is someone who is really feeling the detachment, okay? Really feeling the, I can't believe this person is like really disconnected from me, and them manifesting coming back into your life. And even though you're gonna block, I feel like some of you guys are gonna do this. You're still gonna look back, and you're still gonna pay attention to those love messages, because at the end of the day, that's your twin, right? 1111. Give me one more. Yep, look at this. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, right? So right now, even though we act like, oh my God, this is crazy. So it's in reverse, right? But just look at the card. Can we see it? She's holding on to the red string of fate, and it's ripped. Okay, if we put it back together, the strings have no option but to fall down and reconnect again. Okay, guys, so like I said, this is a union that, or there's going to be communication either way, because you see the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is coming through as you are going to see each other, you are going to talk to each other, you're going to message each other. Something is going to happen, and we have someone here looking back. Okay, so the Divine Feminine looking back. So most likely you will reply. Most likely we are going to come back. And look, we have letters here. We have, could be something in the mail, could be a gift, could be text messages, email, a conversation. But definitely, okay, guys, I do see it. I do see that they are going to communicate with you, or you're going to communicate with them. Somebody's going to look back at the connection, whether they want to or not. Let's see. Cycles, of course. And on the bottom, procrastination. Okay, look at this. Procrastination with the light and the clock. Okay, so timing, very important for you guys. Okay, like I said, cycles. This is on and off, ongoing thing for you guys, but definitely there is going to be some communication. There's going to be some type of reconnecting. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull a few of my clarifiers, because some people like when I do that, just to see if I can get a clear picture for so that people can resonate even more, so that they know what this is for them. What can you tell me about this connection? Can you clarify anything about this connection? Okay, we have home. Uh-oh. Okay, so it's very possible, okay, because it says here, we have Bambino and we have the enemy. Okay, and hold on. It says what's crossing them. Okay, so like I said, if you are a mom or if you have kids, you feel like home to them. Let me clarify. Why is the enemy there? Between the home and the Bambino. Who is the enemy? Ah! Okay, so we have here the death card. Okay, so it could be if you're a Scorpio, I'm referring to you. Or it's very possible that they have a Scorpio in their life, right? So if they have a Scorpio and they have a kid with the Scorpio, all right, because it's saying there's an enemy in the picture, in the home. So either you feel like home to them, but either way, they have an enemy. There's possibly a child involved. And this is giving me definitely karmic vibes, okay? You see her face? She's definitely different from all the other ones, okay? So if you're dealing with a karmic that's Scorpio, this is definitely a reading for you, okay? Whoever, this person is most likely the one that's pulling on this chain. All right? So that's all that I have for you guys. We'll talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye.